What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well out there. For today's video, let's do an amp showcase. Last week, I sold my Silver Sky and with the cash bought a all-original 1964 Fender Bandmaster head. Finally, I've been looking for one for a long time, and I finally found one in Los Angeles for a good price that was not the head and the cabinet, because in reality, I don't need a 2x12 cabinet in my apartment. This channel, as you all know, is very much lesson driven. So with the purchase of the new amp, I thought to myself, let's do one video dedicated on my amplifiers. I only have 3 amps, so let's do some tones, a bit of how I use them, etc. Let's go. So before we dive into the playing, let's talk about the technicalities, let's call them. For my guitar, my 64 ES335, I am running one pedal, which is the Nobels ODR1, and then the amplifiers individually are going into the Universal Audio aux box. I'm using 2 cabinets. One of the cabinets is a Fender 1x12 Deluxe Reverb style cabinet, and the other one is a 2x12 closed-back Fender type cabinet with the Eric Johnson Alnico 50 speakers. And that's pretty much it. Microphones will be 57, 121, very minimal EQ, and when it comes to the Bandmaster and my Overdrive Special, I'm using a bit of plate reverb post to give it a bit of space. So let's go. Cool. So this is my 1966 Fender Deluxe Reverb. It's a player, you know. I'm sure you can see this hole in the grow cloth. It was there when I bought it. The amp is typical, you know, it's been worked on by Bob Dixon here in Los Angeles, the go-to guy. And besides having some updated caps, it currently has a Celestion Classic Lead 80 in it, which I love. I used to have a V30, but that was way too bright and upper mids. I didn't like that too much. This speaker works great with this amplifier. And as you heard, it's a fantastic clean tone. It's the typical Fender clean, especially with humbuckers. And when you go to the bridge pickup, that clarity is really there. Beautiful. Usually, I set my Fenders a very similar way. I usually keep volume between 3 and 4. Treble and bass, I start at 5. And I move from there. So on this amp, the treble is on 4 and the bass stays on 5. This amp, mostly in this room, my apartment, can be a bit brittle in the top end, so I bring down the treble just 1 number. And the reverb, I have a 2.5, sometimes 3. I like reverb, but I don't want too much where my guitar gets lost in it, right? And that's where this is a nice balance. As you can hear, it just sounds so good. Let's say we do like this. if I engage the Noble's ODR1, that takes the amp into a really nice overdrive, saturation, really comfortable overdrive. Definitely in the middle position, you can really kind of capture, let's say, the essence of Kid Charlemagne outro solo, right? You can sort of see why it's the go-to amp for really any situation. So let's check out now amp number 2, my Overdrive Special clone. So that was my Welligen Overdrive Special. As you guys know, I love Dumble amplifiers, and this passion for Dumble started almost 10 years ago. I've had this amp since January or February of 2018, believe it or not. So it's been a while. It's been revoiced, and its latest revoice back in May 2023 occurred after I've played a good amount of Dumbles, and since then I've played about 14, 15 Dumble amplifiers, and this amp is in that ballpark any day of the week. It's so good. It is really, though, voiced for me because it just fits my style. It's a bit brighter overdrive, not super saturated. To me, it's a bit softer than some Dumbles I've played. And it's really a match made in heaven, especially with the 335. So obviously, you have this amp, you want to bust out Larry Carlton, Robin Ford, John Mayer on the clean tone, Stevie Ray Vaughan, this amp just really, really works well. The clean channel is very Fendery, but a bit more muscle. How I set the amp, very much like Fender's, EQ it new and then take some of the bass out so it doesn't get too flubby. Input gain is at 3, and then overdrive is more so a scene change more than anything. It's not a lot of overdrive, more so an extension of the clean channel. So with that being said, here is, let's say, the neck pickup clean. Very nice clean tone, very soft. If we do that John Mayer riff like we did with the Deluxe Reverb to get a comparison, right, or even the ending, very nice. Now the overdrive tone, like I said, an extension of the clean tone, right? Here it is on bridge pickup. That tone is very reminiscent of, in the Larry Carlton world, like a Nightcrawler. Very soft. It's not so much gain that you lose the character of the amp and the guitar. Very soft overdrive. Now, if you want, it can really do Robin Ford, right? Let's say we do a bit of, Rugged Road. If we engage the preamp boost, then it gets more lead-driven type tone. That's the tone. Not much else to say. This amp really needs to be turned up loud. Even in my apartment, running a Carry Right 1x12 with a Celestion speaker, I have to keep the volume between 3 or 4 to really get the amp working at its best. So that's a quick overview of my Welligen Overdrive Special. So finally, my 64 Fender Bandmaster. All original tubes, RCA tubes, caps. It's all there, just how you want to find it. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I did sell my Silver Sky and then use the money to buy this amp. This is a spectacular amplifier. Really a different approach than the Deluxe. The normal channel is very strong on this amp. The vibrato channel is much softer. I've recently played a Dumble modified Fender Bandmaster that had the Ultraphonics voicing on the normal channel. And that amp was cool. It didn't really enlighten me like I thought it would, but this amp does. Just straight Fender. And as you heard in the very beginning of this clip with the ODR Nobles, it's a great overdrive tone. You know, it's a really great combination. If we do again neck pickup clean with this John Mayer thing, you can sort of hear the differences between the Deluxe, the Overdrive Special, and the Bandmaster. Very classic Fender clean tone. To me, it does sound better than Deluxe, especially through the 2x12 cabinet in the aux. And like most of these amps, I set the EQ at 5 and adjust from there. To me, this specific Bandmaster really comes alive at 5. 6, it sort of starts to compress a bit more, but 5 is the sweet spot, especially on the vibrato channel. Here's some more tones. Here's the bridge pickup. If we engage some overdrive. This amp really likes also double stops with the overdrive. Sounds really good, right? You can also do some riffs, you know. But to me, it really likes to be finessed, not a super hard pick attack. Light overdrive, humbuckers. and you have the very typical Fender clean tone. Well, alright guys, that is today's video, the amp showcase. It's really 3 amps, but there are 3 amps that I'm very lucky to own and very grateful to own. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below which tone was your favorite. And with all that being said, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.